What's up at welcome sa Pochok Lock. Dahil po tag-ulan na, naisip ko na tumingin tayo ng mga sample ng mga relo ng mga bayani nating flood controllers. Yan po ang mag-asawang Diskaya, si Mr. Gabaw, si Mr. Kirante, at last but not least for this video, Mr. Zaldico. Titingin din po tayo ng mga alternatibo sa kanilang mga relo kung sakaling idol nyo po sila at gusto nyong gayahin ang kanilang mga estilo. Hindi na po ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito sa relo ni Sarah Diskaya, ang kailangan nating tingnan yung style ng bracelet niya, tapos yung bezel niya pag tiningnan nyo, medyo makislap, no? Although malabo dito sa image na ito, I think merong gems sa bezel na yan. At tingnan natin yung dial niya na parang merong konting distortion. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is an Omega constellation, although this specific version has likely been discontinued. Ang constellation po is named after the observatory kasi doon sa caseback ng mga constellation na relo from Omega. So ang gusto ko mong message about this watch is to be careful kapag bumibili po kayo ng mga relo na set with diamonds, for example, on the bezel o kaya baka pave on the dial, no? So mag-iingat lang po kasi there are cases where yung mga sellers po they have it set somewhere else at hindi po ito straight from the factory. So, ideally po, kung bibili kayo ng mga ganitong klaseng relo na may mga diamante, for example, mas maganda po kung factory set. So, itong relo na suot ni Sarah Diskaya, I've seen this on the secondary market for up to 598,000 yen. At pag kinonvert niyo po sa pesos, yan ay nasa mga 240,000 no, Philippine pesos. So, naturally, kailangan natin mag-isip ng alternative kapag idol nyo si flood controller Sarah Diskaya. At ang pinopropose ko po would be from Tissot, which is quite reputable, no? And I suggest Tissot a lot. Itong specific na watch na to ay ang PRX, the one in 25mm with the mother of pearl dial. So, ang relo po na ito, mapapansin nyo, integrated bracelet style. But when it comes to the concession, no, on this watch, yung bezel niya kasi wala siyang diamond. So in exchange for that, pumili ako ng isang rose gold tone na bezel, no? And I think this is a good watch. Maganda po ang reputasyon ng PRX when it comes to watch enthusiasts, no? At dito po ang SRP is 23,600, but I reckon you can get that for a better rate, no, kapag binili nyo in person from authorized dealers of Tissot dito sa Pilipinas. Dito po sa relo ni Curly Diskaya, no, ang kailangan po nating tingnan dito yung hugis ng case niya na parang squarish siya. Tapos yung bracelet width niya din relative to the shape of the case. And then yung kulay ng case and the bracelet, which is color black, at sa footage po nito, no, or sa image na ito, parang very shiny po yung dating. Bukod po dyan, pag tinignan nyo yung dial, parang meron siyang patterns, no? At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, think ko this is a Rado, the true square open heart automatic. So, ang relo po na ito is from the brand Rado. At ang Rado po is part of the bigger Swatch group. It was established in 1917 nung quartz crisis or revolution po. Nag-struggle siya. That's why it was eaten up by the Swatch group. Pero, ang brand po na ito, they have a lot of these watches na really experiment with the material that is ceramic, which is highly scratch resistant. And this watch is one of those watches. So, ang case po nito and the bracelet, if I'm not mistaken, are all made of high-tech ceramic. And that makes this watch quite scratch resistant, no? Although I think it's prone to breaking kapag bumabagsak, especially at the wrong angle. So, ang relo po na ito sells in the mall for 188,000 pesos. And when I thought of the alternative, ang una pong pumasok talaga sa isip ko would be Siga design. So specifically the Series X Gorilla. Napili ko po yan dahil sa overall black look or dominant black look ng relo na ito, the shape of the case. Although when you think about it, ang concession talaga dito, yung size nito mas malaki kasi 44mm across ito. Samantalang yung Rado would be 38mm. And then, merong orange accents and then hindi siya bracelet. Instead, it's on a strap. And the material here is stainless steel rather than ceramic. But I really like yung skeletonization po, no, sa relo na ito. Kitang-kita nyo yung kalamnan ng relo na ito. At in fact, tagus pa. So, ang relo po na ito sells for $379 sa pesos po yan ay 22,000 pesos halos, but plus shipping, taxes and duties pa kasi would have to bring that in. So I've reviewed this watch before and I really like this watch except siguro sa size. Pero kung trip niyo po yung size ng relo na ito, I think you cannot really go wrong with the Series X Gorilla from Siga Design. Lahat po ng titingnan natin na relo na kasunod ay malamang sa malamang po Patek Philippe Nautilus, at ang tanong na lang ay kung anong klaseng variant po ang mga relo na ito. So dito po kay Mr. Gabaw, ang kailangan nating tingnan dyan yung sub-dials niya at the 12 o'clock position and the 6 o'clock position. At dahil po sa mga katangian na yan ng dial, tingin ko this is a Patek Philippe Nautilus 5990/1A. So when it comes to the next watches, talagang complication ang magiging basihan ng mga pagkakaiba nila. At itong variant na ito ng Nautilus is chronograph, tapos nakakapag-track siya ng dalawang time zone. No? Yan yung pinaka-important niya na functionalities. And when you think about the Nautilus, mahal po yan, and with even more complications, mas nagiging mahal pa. And this watch sells at retail for 4.2 million pesos. But on the secondary market, makikita nyo up to 8.8 million at mahal talaga. So when I thought of alternatives, I considered something na medyo may konti akong flexibility as to the price, and that would be the Steinhardt Architect. No? So ang relo na ito napili ko because of the integrated bracelet style. And the brand Steinhardt, no, it was founded only in this millennium, so in 2001 po, no. And kilala sila for really imitating a lot of Rolex watches, but recently they have started to make their own original design. So ang relo po na ito, kaya ako napili, mapapansin nyo, halos kamukha niya yung Nautilus, but in terms of the concession, talagang the complication. Ang relo na ito is not as complicated as the Nautilus, and if you're interested in this watch, you can find it in their website for 773 euros. Yan po ay nasa mga 52,000 pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties. From what I've heard of Steinhardt, they make really good quality watches, although they get a lot of flack. Kasi marami talagang mga homage silang ginagawa. Pero kung look ang habol nyo, hindi kayo magkakamali sa Steinhardt Architect. So sa relo ni Mr. Kirante na nasabi ko na kanina na malamang sa malamang would be a Nautilus, para malaman natin kung anong variant, tingnan natin yung case niya, yung kulay ng case specifically, which parang rose gold siya dito. Tapos mapapansin nyo, hindi bracelet ito, naka-strap ang specific na relo na ito. And then, finally, parang merong obvious sub-dial at the 6 o'clock position. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is the Nautilus 5980R-001. At na-feature ko na po ang relo na ito in one of my very first videos, no, na sinabi ko na suot ito ni President Bongbong Marcos during his inauguration. And at that time, I said it was a watch fitting for the occasion. This is indeed a beautiful watch and napaka-streamlined ng chronograph design niya, no. Discontinued na po ang relo na ito, but on the secondary market, I still find it selling for up to 7.5 million pesos. So napakalaking pera po niyan. So nag-isip po ako ng alternative, at yung alternative na naisip ko is from a Filipino brand na makina watches, no, specifically the Oriel 6 with the forest green dial. I really like the look of this watch, at kaya ko po napili yan ay dahil sa kulay ng case na bronze ito as opposed to gold or rose gold on the Nautilus of Mr. Kirante, but I still like the look all the same. And when it comes to the concession talaga, ang kailangan yung tingnan yung complication on the watch, kasi ito time only, and then the other one is also a chronograph. Pero I think aesthetically ang ganda po ng relo na ito, at you'd be supporting Filipino brands if you buy this watch. So this watch sells for $750. Yan po ay nasa mga 43,000 pesos sa website po ng Makina Watches. At ang brand po na ito, I really respect them. Lalo na kung bibili nyo ang relo na ito, you would be supporting a Filipino brand. And ito pong brand nito has been going around the world representing the Philippines in a lot of watch fairs. So I think it's a good choice all the time if you support Filipino brands and Makina Watches. So, sabi ko nga kanina, ang relo ni Zaldico, malamang sa malamang Nautilus. Ang tanong na lang kung anong klase. At para malaman po natin yan, tingnan natin yung dial niya ng maigi. So, mapapansin nyo, parang merong subdial or subdials na off-center. At pati yung branding po ng Patek Philippe, it seems to be off-center in this specific instance. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko sa Patek Philippe Nautilus 5712. So, ang relo po na ito has a couple of complications baked in there. Meron pong power reserve, merong moon phase, at meron ding date complication. No? And Patek Philippe really are the masters of movement, hindi lang sa mga dress watches nila, but also to the Nautilus and Aquanaut, I think, in certain instances. So, ang relo po na ito has already been discontinued, but I see it selling on the secondary market for up to 8.7 million pesos. And so, mahal po yan. Kaya yung pinili kong alternative, medyo mahal, pero I think malayong-malayo pa rin no, when it comes to the price. Ang alternative po ay ang Straum Yan Mayen and with the Arctic Blue dial. No? So, ang relo po na ito, kaya ako napili dahil sa integrated bracelet style and sa dial color. And I think this dial is just stunning no, when it comes to the hue of the blue, pati yung texture sa dial. When it comes to the concession, mapapansin nyo, una pa lang, complication ulit. Kasi Patek Philippe really makes these complicated Nautiluses. Pero in this specific instance po, pinili ko mga time-only na watches or complications. Because I think keeping it simple would make it a bit more affordable. And this one is not super affordable, but for the quality of the watch, I think it's pretty good. So, ang relo po na ito sells for $1,700 on the Straum website. And in Philippine pesos po, yan ay nasa mga 97,000 plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. Pero, ang ganda kasi ng relo na ito. And from what I've heard from watch reviews, Straum is a really good brand. And as of now, I think isa pa lang yung uri ng relo nila. But I think it's a banger of a watch.
Yun, ano po yung program nyo para sa if you become mayor of Pasig?
Actually, hindi pa kami nag-kick off for the programs, no?
Ayun! Nakita na natin ang ilan sa mga sample ng mga relo ng ating mga modern day heroes, ang mga flood controllers. At sa lahat po ng tiningnan natin na relo, ang pinaka-paborito ko yung Patek Philippe Nautilus 5980R ni Mr. Kerante. I really like this combination, the rose gold case, the brown leather strap, the complication on the watch. I think it all comes together really well. At doon naman po sa alternatives, pinaka-gusto ko naman yung Uriel from Makina Watches. Yung green na dial nito, along with the bronze case and the brown leather strap, has an aesthetic that I find really appealing. And yung case size po nito at 38mm is, I think, the perfect size. And definitely, please support Filipino brands. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba pong inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo merong ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative sa mga tiningnan natin na relo sa video na ito, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo po ang video na ito, please hit the like button. At kung trip nyo ang ganitong klaseng content, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga sikat na personalidad at pag-review ng mga relo, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!